everybody, and welcome to a show that finally got off the ground today, and it's starting with a spliffy because I still barely have had time to catch my fucking breath.
Yes.
How's it going?
Welcome, one and all, everybody. Hello, welcome to Friday evening on the your side of the pond. It's now Saturday morning in our side of the pond. It's not a Sunday, so why Dick went for PubChat, I have no idea. We posted 42 minutes later.
Yeah,
everything's all combobulated and confused. So
no idea.
Sit back, put our feet up.
I took a ride in a car today with a guy I knew, and we got into one of those roadside stops for, checking if people are drinking and checking licenses and all that crap. Turns out the car was uninsured, so that's it. They took the car. I called a cab. We got picked up by an old Honda Prius cab, and within a mile, it went into limp home mode and was stuck at the side of the road, and we were waiting for another cab. Great time. I was loving it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was super happy, just beaming with joy. I mean, and the thing is I'm going to check this out after. I got to check it. I got to look online, look at the map. But I think we drove past at least one side street, if not two, that he could have turned onto while we could see that there was a roadblock up ahead. And this guy without insurance on his car just drove right for it.
Maybe in the back of his mind, he was thinking, "Oh, maybe I'll run it."
Yeah.
Break the blockade.
But it was strange. Because, no sense of self-preservation whatsoever there, right? It was very strange. Yeah. But, and I don't know where, depending on where you live, I don't know what the laws are, but the law in Canada is there's no such thing as an uninsured driver that you get in shit. That's it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My son's another weird thing. We got a second car. It's just like a Kangoo little wheelchair ramp thing, little tiny little crappy little car. And it's like my son started off in that car, and he's got his Mazda now, but he's hung on to it. And for some reason, for some unknown reason, they cancelled his insurance on that car. But he didn't know because he found it in his spam box and as an email. They sent him an email.
Not even like a hard copy letter.
No, they just sent him an email and it went into his spam folder. So he didn't know.
And get you in a lot of shit, man.
I know. In the meantime, my daughter's boyfriend was driving the car as a second driver on the insurance. He didn't know. We didn't know. So he had been driving about in that car with no insurance.
Imagine if it had been like a freak day weather, you slide off the road, you hit somebody. Oh, I'm not insured. Oh my gosh, right? Your life is ruined, man. Lawsuits and Yeah,
that really sucks.
They shouldn't be able to do that to you without confirmation that you understand, right? But they shouldn't cancel just out of the blue. That's strange, I don't think I've ever heard of that.
If there's anybody here who wants a free Renault Kangoo with a wheelchair ramp and winch and everything, just give me a shout and you can come and get it.
Yeah, if you're in the UK, there you go.
Yeah. Well, you can come and get it if you're in Canada as well, but it's a long drive home.
Yeah. Yeah. The wheelchair stuff is worth something, but the Renault,
yeah, it's a strange little car.
Yeah, they are.
It's really, really light. So it seems like it's quite fast. It's quite nippy, but it's not. it's not at all. But it's all right. It works. It runs sort of mostly ish.
Mostly.
Yeah, I did actually consider taking the winch out of the thing. I don't know what I'd do with it, but it's like, well, that's probably worth more than the rest of the car.
Yeah, there's a picture if you're unsure. That's what a Renault Kangoo, probably more of the older one, right? Like the yellow one.
Yeah, it's more like the yellow one. It's silver and it's missing a hubcap and it's got green stuff growing on the side of it. Because nobody washes it.
That's funny.
But yeah, you get the free landscape as well. You know, that's yours too.
Yeah. You never know. You could be growing some rare kind of moss, and you're actually doing something to save the planet. There was a guy a couple years ago. He bought a Plymouth Superbird, Chrysler Superbird, whatever it is. You know, the old super muscle car that raced and everything. And it's completely all original, but it was almost scrap as well. And it had a chunk of like earthy moss stuff on one of the fenders, and he was properly making sure that nobody touched it to disturb it, because that's how it is, and that's its originality. Dude, if you don't get that off of there, it's just going to rot right through the steel. Oh, but that's original. It's just a little weird, you know? Yeah.
Well, it's like the Volkswagen Beetles and the camper vans and stuff like that. You know, a lot of them like just turned into rust buckets and just turned to shitty mess. But there are a lot of people out there who restore their VWs and make them like pristine again.
Yeah.
And then paint all the rust on.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. They add patina.
Great.
Yeah. And it's still worth 15. It's still worth what? 12 grand, 13 grand. I mean, there's a guy in our town. He's got what a car I love, a Lamborghini Espada. It's beautiful. Okay. I should have known that I needed more than a Espada, because, you know, it's a bullfighting word. And it's a cool 4-door cruiser with the Lamborghini Countach Miura engine in the front, which is really cool, right? 12-cylinder.
Yeah, nice.
But only recently did these things start catching on to collectors. For a long time, they languished like $50,000, $60,000 value. That's it. Even now, they're only about 130 or something, 140. But a bunch of years ago, a guy in our town restored one really well when they were worth maybe 50,000 Canadian, and he probably put $70,000 into the car, and I can only hope that he held on to it this whole time, because it's finally worth something for the poor guy. You know?
Yeah. Oh, that's a lot of money to put into a car.
Oh yeah, beautiful car though. Well, it's one of those love them or hate them cars. Some people think it's kind of ugly, and hold on a second here, we'll get you a better picture. Yeah. I didn't need the text, idiots.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like it. I like its style. Yeah, that's all right.
But yeah, it's cool, you know. Big back seat, cool cruiser, you know. I love those cars. But
although
out of my range.
Looking at the picture there, the back seat seems to be higher than the front seats, which is a bit disconcerting considering the headroom as the roof is sloping off at the back there.
Yeah. No, but yeah, somebody like 6'2" can sit in the back of that car, no problem.
All right. It looks pretty big.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, so if you got one of those, you can swap it for a Kangoo, no problem.
Yeah. And this was as expensive as a Rolls Royce when it was brand new in the 70s, right? You know, in the Series 1 Lamborghini Espada, how you turn on the heat, you reach under the dash and there's like a tap that you would turn on the water on the side of your house. And that opens the tap for the heat, the radiator fluid to go into the heat box and generate heat. There's not a switch on the dash or anything. You have to turn the freaking lifestyle thing underneath. Yeah. 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 And that was like, you know, one of the top 5 most expensive cars in the world in its day, right? You know?
Great. Was it powered by steam or something?
Yeah. You know, I mean, the first time I saw that, I was like, wow, I can't believe that. That's crazy.
It doesn't have a foot pedal for the throttle. It has like a lever on the side. You
got to reach out the window.
Levers. Yeah. Those old brake levers as well. He used to get.
It's funny when you see those super old cars that were like that. Like, didn't they think put the controls inside the car?
Yeah, and there's got the indicators, which are the little flappy bits that stick out the side of the car.
Yeah, those are funny.
I thought that was a good idea.
Yeah. Well, it was like good before reliable electric generation and stuff, but Citroen with the right,
but you can hardly see them.
Yeah.
There's a little thing just pops out.
KK's asking, does it have a manual choke as well? I wouldn't doubt that the first series had a manual choke, but I do think they already had that heat resistive sort of choke situation going on by that time, though.
Or is he asking about the Kangoo? He's interested. He got a buyer.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I'll get rid of that car by the end of the show. Hey PJ, do you want a car? You can take your cats out in it, or a little spin into the countryside.
Yeah. You could be that cat dude that takes his cats for drives.
Yeah, even better, because it's got the wheelchair ramp. You could break their legs and put them in tiny little wheelchairs.
Not if they break their legs, but just go ahead and do it. You know?
Yeah. Just smack them. Yeah.
Wow, I thought we were pet friendly.
Oh yeah. But
my son heard you say that, man. He'd give you shit.
Oh, he said, there you go. He says one of my cats has only got one back leg as it is.
Well, there you go. You need the van, PJ, right? You need the van. See, KK says, what is wrong with you? See?
Yeah, but he's getting confused. It's a boy cat and he's got 5 legs. That's not, that back leg is not a leg.
That kitty's just happy to see you. Oh, man.
KK says, what's wrong with you, Doug? Oh, do you want a list?
Yeah. Break their legs. Fuck, ridiculous.
Stop it, you make me spit me wine out.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, we got a super chat in from Sci-fi. We got, holy crap, are you still live? I actually caught you live after getting home from work. Yeah, yesterday was long streaming day for sure. But no, there was a break in between. There was. I remember sleeping. Yeah. I'm sure it happened.
Yeah, how long did we do a stream for? It was like
5.5 hours or something.
Was it? No.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I think literally we ended the stream. I had something to eat and went to bed. I mean, it's just. But we also have Cypher in with a member message here as well. Oh yeah, baby. I like it. Oh yeah. Wasn't that the Macho Man?
No, it was what's his name? Mike Myers, the man of mystery. What was the
song? Baby, yeah,
baby,
yeah.
Oh God, I've forgotten it. I've forgotten.
Austin Powers,
that's it. Yeah.
The Jaguar.
It is a very, very stupid film, but Mike Myers, he does have some funny bones in him. He's quite funny.
Yeah. Ask my son, and his favorite Mike Myers is Shrek.
Yeah, but that's not really much of him, though, is it?
Well, Eddie Murphy is Donkey's funny. It's got a good supporting cast and everything,
Yeah.
Heather in the chat says, do a Ric Flair. Woo! Isn't that something like he did it? Because I remember it sounded like he wanted to do a big scream, but he just didn't have the pipes for it. So he did this woo thing.
I don't know who
I can barely remember. I'd have to hear it.
I don't know who you're talking about, man.
Yeah. Cypher in the chat says, yeah, I was thinking Macho Man. Okay. Yeah. That's what I got from it right away, you know.
What, Macho Man.
No. When the World Wrestling Entertainment was actually a federation.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, well, like Star Trek. Don't see many Klingons in that federation.
What's the game from Star Trek that they play and get injured? I don't think you ever see them play it, but Riker's always getting hurt playing it.
It's not that stupid thing where he plays his dad and he's like got like gladiator earbud things they're whacking each other with, and they got like plastic, protective outfits on. They're twatting each other. I don't know what that was, but yeah, they showed it once, and they both looked like a couple of dickheads, and they never showed it again.
I remember that in American Gladiators, they had Q-tip fights in that, I think, too. Yeah, KK's got it in the chat. It's Parisi Squares. That's what it was called. Yeah.
Sounds like a chip, a crisp. Would you like some really salted Parisi Squares? Oh, yeah. Delicious.
Yeah. Caramel Squares by Parisi.
Yeah, they're next to the cheesy puffs. Yeah. The Ferengi cheesy puffs.
Hey, what would Ferengi snacks be like? If they eat like live worms as one of their more favorite meals, what would a snack be like? Raw testicles and sauce?
That's the Klingon, isn't it?
Yeah.
I always find it funny with things like Star Trek. Is like I'm gonna have some Romulan ale.
Yeah.
Do you know what they call Romulan ale on Romulus? Ale. And it probably wouldn't be called just ale, would it? It's just like
there's got to be more than one kind of it, right? I mean,
yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm gonna have some Klingon blood wine.
Yeah,
is that a Chablis or a Chardonnay? What kind of wine is that? Does it come in a box?
Yeah, exactly.
How do you ferment blood? I don't know.
Yeah. Hold on. Steve-O's 84 says, wow, I am being censored on here. What the fuck? Nobody's censoring you around here. I don't see any moderation things going on at all. And because I can see if a moderator does anything, right? And we have our moderation settings in YouTube at the lowest. So if any chats you made went missing or something, it was YouTube themselves. It wasn't us. I don't give a fuck.
It says he put some super chats and
super chats. I know super chats. YouTube is seriously picky about language in super chats. People bitch about that quite often. So like we have people that have to put little cute words for swear things and symbols and whatnot because YouTube's pretty picky about that. There's nothing we can do though. I mean, it's not us. Yeah, exactly, man. Damn it, YouTube. You got it. No worries. It's understandable, that kind of shit happens, But I mean, I sit here and say whatever the fuck I want, so I can't really get mad at anybody else for kind of doing it too.
We make up for you.
Yeah, we'll kick anybody out for like being all hateful to other users and stuff and whatnot. But that's really it. I mean,
yeah.
You can even say that you like Donald Trump and we'll just pick on you for it, but we wouldn't kick you out.
No, we would just say, but why?
Yeah, exactly. For the love of God, why?
Which part of the big fat lying, orange convicted criminal, rapist, misogynist, Nazi? Which part of which one of those is your most favorite features about?
Who buys a beauty pageant so they have an easy place to look for girlfriends? I mean, come on,
Well, if I had the cash,
you're a creep.
Yeah. Welcome, girls, to my beauty pageant. But why have you just hired a changing room and no stage or audience? No, don't worry about it, dear. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm the judge around
I'll
here.
Just be next door. I'll just be next door behind this hole in the wall.
All right, hold on.
And now for something completely different.
All
right.
Camel toes. Yes, camel toes for all your desert towing needs.
Yeah. Demonicus there in the chat. Star Trek is better than Star Wars. Ooh.
Oh, fight.
Totally. All right. Let the chat flame war begin. This will be good. Yeah.
Feed him to the lions. It's weird because at one point of a time I would have agreed with him because I flip flop. Obviously, I grew up on Star Wars, and Star Wars was the best thing ever. How could you possibly beat that? And then as I started watching the Star Trek movies, and hang on a minute, I really like this, and it's all kind of like all grown up and intelligent. But then I sort of look back at it now and go, oh my God, how fucking stupid was that? So I kind of go back to Star Wars, Empire, the best things ever. After that, well,
yeah,
fucked it all up.
I like OG Battlestar Galactica, but I'm weird.
Yeah, but at least we managed to live through those times. We actually, we're not like young kids now. Have to, oh, do I have to watch Star Wars? Oh God.
Yeah, reminds me of
it's made years ago.
Well, it reminds me of when they brought Spider-Man into the whole Marvel Avengers thing. In the one movie he's in, hey, has anybody here seen that really old movie, Empire Strikes Back?
Yeah.
Right? What somebody says, God, how old is this kid? Iron Man says, well, I didn't carbon date him. It was a funny little exchange.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it is nearly 50 fucking years old. So
yeah. Yeah, but I just watched something recently too where somebody said, Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back. And then the person said, oh, that's the old Grandpa Star Wars. Yeah. Yeah. Or Boomer Star Wars, I think it was what he said. Yeah. The hell was that?
Because the later ones are so much better. I do know, so like, I do know some people who watch films, but they refuse to watch anything that's in black and white. Because for some reason that makes it shit.
No, it usually makes it too artsy fartsy, and literally you have to take notes so you can decipher it at the end. That's kind of how I've always seen black and white.
Well, no, they weren't being artsy when they didn't have color.
No, that's true. That's true.
That's all they had.
No, but I mean people that shoot black and white now, they do it because, blah, blah, and all these words that just go through my ears, right? No.
So you've watched Schindler's List then?
No, actually. I don't really like World War I and II movies. I kind of skip them as much as possible.
No, you like World War III movies.
No, I like give me like the Egyptians in a battle or something. I like more ancient history.
So there you go, Spielberg. Remake Schindler's List as a Roman Empire.
Just remake Ben-Hur.
Well, you know what they would do if they remade Ben-Hur? They'd make her a him, her.
Yeah,
sort of big Amazonian woman, like a Wonder Woman type thing.
Yeah. They do the 10 Commandments, and Moses is this young Australian girl
in hot pants.
Yeah. Yeah, she has to go through like trials to get to the 10 Commandments, go all Indiana Jones on it.
Yeah, lots of training and montages and stuff.
Yeah,
getting really fit.
Yeah, flipping over big truck tires, and and
there'll be a montage sequence as she's going up to the mountain to go and get the tablets, and she'll be like loading up her weapons, cocking the gun and strapping ammunition on.
Yeah, totally like Schwarzenegger in Commando.
Yeah, exactly. We turned the Bible into an action movie. Yeah, that's how we get bums on seats now. Come on, church. We just realized how you can save yourselves.
Yeah. They just need to turn the Jesus and a few of the supporting characters into superheroes, right? Yeah. But I guess that would kind of be Marvel's Eternals, really.
And the interesting thing is, okay, Dick, there's a lot of money in the church or several churches for making movies. They do like making movies. In fact, it was a church that funded Ed Wood's shitty film.
I thought you were going to say Kirk Cameron's career, but yeah, okay.
No. They made Plan 9 from Outer Space was made with church money. So yeah, if we go to the church, we got inside us. We got Greg. And we could get the church money, and we could make Hollywood blockbuster action movies of the Bible. Jesus, the gun running years. Dun 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 dun. We'll get Eddie Murphy to play Jesus, and there'll be like a loudmouth, wild card. Lone wolf. He just can't work with his, and God can be played by some the black cop sergeant who's in charge. You got 48 hours to
I got the mayor riding my ass on this one. That was like a standard line in every cop show in the 70s and 80s, man.
Yeah. But they always had to be black chiefs.
Totally. Yeah. And somebody with a big boomy voice. I mean, that's pretty much how they got hired, I think, right? I thought
you were going to say a big belly, but that came with it anyway.
Yeah.
Always happens with chiefs who get behind the desk too long. They get a little bit pudgy.
It's no wonder that modern society thinks police are a little inept, because that's pretty much how we've been told they are all our lives, right?
Yeah.
When you think about it, like, can you imagine police forces when those set of awful comedy movies?
Which ones? Police Academy?
Yeah, those ones. Can you imagine? Like, that must have put recruitment down by about 90% right there, right?
Yeah, but you go to cop school now, and they just sit you down in front of a DVD player and give you like the box set of Dirty Harry. Here's your training.
Yeah. Well, yeah. During the day of Dirty Harry, the police enrollment must have been up, because people would be like, "Wow, I want to play with a gun that big."
I don't think that was standard issue, though, Dick.
Yeah. There was a TV show in the 80s called Sledgehammer.
Oh yeah, I loved Sledgehammer.
Oh my God, it's one of the best TV shows ever made, and it was a take on Dirty Harry, pretty much, right? But remember, trust me, I know what I'm doing.
Bang. Yeah, no, it was great. It was great. We should see if we can get that on the Plex.
I'm gonna put it on tonight. As soon as we're done, I'm putting Sledgehammer in the Plex server for sure.
I mean, the other one I absolutely loved, was Police Squad. Before they did the Naked Gun, they did Police Squad.
It's Police Squad,
there was like 8 episodes or something. They hardly did anything. It got took off air because nobody understood it, because it was just too funny.
Yeah.
I loved it. Is this some kind of bus? Yes, it is.
That
yeah. Who are you? How did you get in here? Yeah. Was it? Yeah. Who are you? How did you get in here? I can't remember the third one. But it's like, I'm a locksmith. I'm a locksmith, and I'm a locksmith.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me 1 second here. I'm dry. Hold on. I didn't fill my fridge. I was,
Yeah. Dick's dry. Yeah, don't like Dick when he's dry. It gets all wrinkly, like a prune. Yeah, no, I loved Police Squad much more than I did the movies, the Naked Gun movies.
Yeah, the first Naked Gun one is good, but
it's just not as good. It's not as good as Police Squad, though. There's
quite.
something. Yeah. There's something different about it, and I can't put my finger on it. I don't know what it is, but there's just something a little bit special.
Yeah.
I don't know.
1 second here.
I'm looking around the
text.
Uh-oh. You're gonna burn in hell, Mr. Dawson.
Oh, she's just sending me a picture.
Yeah. Not dick pics again.
Well, it would have been if I had a name Felix after myself, but
no. The strange thing is that when does Grandma find all these guys that can get their cock out for her?
Hey, can you imagine?
I found another one for my collection.
Had I named Felix after me, we could have been Dick and Little Dick. Big Dick and Little Dick.
Big Dick, Little Dick. Yeah.
Too many jokes there. Too many jokes.
That would not impose some kind of mental stress on him whatsoever.
Yeah. You call me Little Dick again, and I'll fucking.
I'll smack you with my Arnold Palmer.
Oh, man, that's funny.
Hey, we got a super chat.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Darren Vaughn in $5 super chat there. Battlestar Galactica was great, but it had this Gilligan's Island vibe about never ending. Do you mean like the 78 one or the 2000-ish remake one?
Or do you mean like Battlestar 1980 when they get to Earth?
That doesn't exist. Never bring it up again. So bad. It was so bad.
All right, Mr. Lucas. I won't mention the Hollywood special either. the holiday special.
Yeah. I bet somewhere in a golden vault, he has the master of that holiday special, and he will take it to his grave.
Yeah, no, I think he burned everything. He burned every copy he could get hold of. He tried to destroy it. Unfortunately for him, there was a thing called the internet.
Yeah, exactly.
That busted it wide open.
Oh yeah. Oh, that whole thing with the Wookiees, man. What was anyone thinking?
I do love watching it though. Don't ask me why. Is it punishment? Is it?
You sleep in an Iron Maiden as well? I mean, what the hell's wrong with you?
It's just so bad.
Mr. Spock has a good point, though. Yeah, 80s Battlestar Galactica was so bad, true, but they did have cool motorcycles, and you're right, they did. That was cool. I remember that.
Yeah, with the Tutankhamun helmet.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Yeah, the little flaps would come down because obviously there was enough lift in those. I mean, it's just ridiculous, right?
That's funny.
Yeah.
It was like chips, but from the future.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's totally what it was. You know, dun, 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 you can hear. You know. That's funny.
That was another show that was not great whatsoever.
God.
It was so well loved. It's really popular, and a lot of people talk about it. But really, when it comes down to it, it wasn't that great. so many TV shows at that time. They just like churned them out the Hollywood factory, and they weren't really that great.
No, but it was all we had. But there was no other choices, right? And it's funny too when you go back on how many of these shows came out of the same person over and over again. You know?
Yeah, but the thing is, also when we cherish these what you call classics, but at the same time, there's a lot of other stuff that came out that's completely forgotten to history.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No, if the shows we cherish and we look back at them are bad, how bad were the other ones?
Oh, right. I mean, you'll go back and watch classic Star Trek if you're a sci-fi person because it's classic Star Trek. But nobody goes back and rewatches Alf.
You'll be surprised. You'd be surprised. There's a great YouTube channel.
Hold on. The only person that would watch Alf in reruns has like been awake for 4 days on crystal meth and can't find anything else on the television. It's the only reason.
The only person watching Alf is Alf. Remember when I was famous?
Yeah. Now, I'm surprised he doesn't have a podcast. Alf Reacts to Alf. Season 1, episode 6. You know?
he sits in his tiny little apartment because he's poor now with the projector running.
Drinking cheap no-name beer.
Smoking cigarettes. I remember this. Yeah. This was a good one.
Yeah, I know. There's a few people in the chat saying Alf was good. I like that show. Yeah, I know a lot of people liked it, but it's just not the kind of show that you go out and buy on DVD to rewatch or whatever. You know what I mean?
Well, but they're also not the kind of shows that get shown on TV, in repeats. There's a lot of shows that just don't get shown anymore, and so they just kind of get forgotten. Yeah, because I was saying that earlier, there's a YouTube channel that I'm subscribed to, and they basically just look back at old TV shows that you might have forgotten,
right?
And it's really interesting because there are shows that just come up. You go, oh yeah, I remember that, and then you go, oh no, what? No, I don't remember that. No. Oh, wait a minute, now I remember it. Oh, yes, I remember it, and it's just resigned to history. Or in some cases, the episodes are on YouTube. YouTube has become a great vault for just stuff like that.
Oh shit. Okay. I'm trying to bring up an image here because I want to show something and see if anybody remembers this. Okay, hold on a second here. Oh, what's going on?
Was it last week?
Yeah.
Because I can't remember. What did we do last week?
Okay, hold on a second here. Here we go.
It's yesterday's show. I don't remember this because Dick can't.
Yeah. No, my trackpad stopped working. I can't size the pictures properly. I'm not able to. I don't know what's going on here.
Oh, unit equipment. Oh, useless.
Yeah. I think the battery died and I just didn't notice. Who knows what this car is from?
Starsky and Hutch, the alternative universe.
You're honestly, it's kind of funny. You're actually a little close. Yeah.
Is it Wile E. Coyote in the Wacky Races?
Demonicus is correct. That is definitely a kit car. I think there was only ever 3 or 4 of these built.
It looks like a few different kits put together, if you ask me.
Well, especially the way the body fits on the chassis, it's not even sized right,
That's definitely kit bashing.
Yeah. But this was actually used in the I'll give you a hint, it was a TV show.
Oh, thanks for that.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was a stage play.
It was I don't think anybody's gonna get this.
No, I don't think that. This is Knight Rider. Who says no?
Yeah, no, this was the star car itself. This wasn't like a guest star car on another show or anything. Right.
Oh, what was that bloody thing called? America's Great Superhero thingy.
Oh, I love that show. The Greatest American Hero.
Yeah.
That's not this, but same era. You're really close now. Did I tell you?
Well, if the chat isn't going to get it, and I'm not going to get it, I think you better.
Yeah,
or just don't tell anyone, and we'll just move on.
Yeah.
We'll save it. We'll save it for the comments.
Yeah.
Hey, come in the comments.
Wizard of Ooze put the first line of the chorus from the Greatest American Hero. It's a great tune, you know. It's a really good tune to listen to. But that car, here it is again. That is the Coyote, and it's from a TV show called Hardcastle and McCormick, where the dude drove the car and helped solve crimes for a judge who was kind of letting him off because he was a criminal. And okay, you're going to help me drive this cool car around and help solve crimes. So it was called Hardcastle and McCormick.
I remember the name. Yeah.
The only thing I remember, the only thing I remember about the show is the car. Right, that's it. It was only on for I think 2 seasons. You know, one of those shows. It was cool though.
Joe Medley says Kit is a Trans Am. Sorry, Joe, we're not doing any trans investigations on this show.
But hold on, I actually believe
I'm sure Kit was a boy car.
Yeah, no, but the first Kit in the first year of Knight Rider, I think is a Firebird formula, not actually a Trans Am. I do believe that to be true, although I'm not 100% that I'm right. I'm not up on that. But if I just picture the car in my head, it didn't have the or they could have modified the body or, you know, whatever, but it just didn't. It looks more of a formula than a Trans Am. I wonder. That'd be a good one to look into. Yeah, Kit was a Cylon. He totally was, man. But that's that Donald B. Bellisario. He rehashed shit through all of his shows like that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think it's Bellisario. He's one of those 70s and 80s TV guys, you know.
I think Bellisario was part of the Battlestar Galactica crew.
It's the other. There's 3 or 4 names that are the guys that kept inventing those shows. And if it's not Bellisario, it's one of the other ones. I can't remember. Glenn A. Larson. That's it. Yeah, good call, Spock. Yeah.
There was a series of shows, and they did things like the Rockford Files and things like that. And on the end, there was like a graphic of the writer on the typewriter just pulling the paper out and throwing it in the air. It's like, well, that's another fucking script done. And that's exactly what it was like. It's like, there's another one. Oh, yeah.
Totally.
Crashing about.
Yeah. Totally, man. That's funny. How about old TV shows' favorite theme songs?
Oh, most things by Mike Post.
Yeah, well, okay, you're really right there because that's my number one. For older TV shows, the original Magnum PI theme, not the disco one in the first season, but the rock and roll theme they settled on afterwards. Most people don't know that the first season of Magnum PI has this really weird theme song. It's not the normal one you're used to.
Well, it's the same with Starsky and Hutch. Yeah, you watch the you watch it's like I look at the theme for Starsky and Hutch. Go, no, that's not it. That's not the right one. Because they had like a really like odd theme to start with. I'm not going to even try to do it here. But then it went into the classic one, that we all know and love.
Yeah.
But, there's always like these shows that just have like the first outing always has like a different theme that haven't quite settled on it yet.
Yeah. Yeah, Wizard of Ooze brought up the Magnum reboot, stuck with that proper song, the dun 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 dun. You know, yeah, I totally agree. That reboot of all, yeah, I've tried a few of these modern TV reboots, don't like them, can't stand that MacGyver one and so on. Quantum Leap was terrible, but I watched every episode of that Magnum PI reboot. It was actually a good show.
Right. Step back. Quantum Leap.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
there
they
a
did a
reboot of
reboot
that?
of that, and it's horrible. It's some wisecracking, smart mouth, fucking punk. It's awful.
Because I heard it was in the on the cards, but I didn't know they actually did it. Probably because it's so bad, and no one wants to stream it.
Oh yeah, you know, I'd rather watch the commercials than the show, right? And it was terrible. I think I watched about 20 minutes, and I was like, this guy's an asshole. You know.
Oh, that doesn't help.
Commander Prankster in the chat. Barney Miller theme. Good call. Oh, yeah. That opening bass line. Whoa, that's awesome.
I don't know that one.
Work. Rockford Files. Damn good tune. Yeah. Love Boat. Darren Vaughn. Riptide. Oh, yeah. Yeah. 14 for $50. That's a good deal there. Steve-O's 84. Yeah, I just recently got an ounce for like, I think it was $97 plus tax out the door. That was good. You know. MASH. Oh, that's a great theme song. Yeah.
Yeah. Classic.
Yeah. Nick Suter there in time. Night Court. First few seasons, funny as hell. Oh, yeah, it was too. Yeah, what's his name there? The judge dude. He was funny.
Judge dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we can just start reeling off the mic post. The Airwolf. And
that was a good one. Yeah.
Airwolf. Hill Street Blues. Oh God, what else did you do? Everything.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
everything.
Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah, that's a fun little tune. Yeah.
I love the theme to Dukes of Hazzard. Just some good old boys. Never mean no harm. Yeah, it's a great song. I love it.
Yeah. We got super chat in here. Darren Vaughn. Boom, boom, baby. You haven't had real fish and chips until you buy it from a street vendor wrapped in newspaper in England. I've often wondered. When it comes to newspaper wrapped fish and chips with the greasy and stuff and whatnot, aren't you just getting ink onto the batter and stuff? Like
no, because you have like a greaseproof liner, another sheet of paper between that and the newspaper.
Oh, like a wax paper thing or something.
But newspaper, I mean, they don't do it anymore.
That's so you have something to read while you're eating, like
no, but the smell from the newspaper did definitely impart a certain kind of the soupçon of je ne sais quoi to the meal. And we did actually try this thing at home where I'd cook some chips, like just like normal, and then stick them in the oven wrapped in newspaper, just to try and get that kind of like fish and chip shop, taste of them.
Wow.
But all you ended up with is like burnt newspaper in the oven,
or a fire, but
yeah, a fire, yeah. That's what we call burnt newspaper in this house, a fire.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, you don't get it anymore over here. But what they do is they actually will print a newspaper design pattern on paper, like greaseproof paper. So you wrap your fish and chips up in this greaseproof paper, but it's got fish and chip. It's got newspaper style print on it. So you're getting a fake newspaper wrapped.
That's just unnecessary, isn't it?
It's very, very unnecessary. Take you a dozen.
That's like painting a couch on your wall, right? I have a couch. It's right there. No,
Yeah. No, we normally wrap our fish and chips in Van Goghs, but we can't run out of. So we just got these prints of some Van Goghs, and we now wrap our fish and chips in those prints now. Yeah. Failing that, we'll use the Turin Shroud.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody's seen it by now. What the I had the Shroud. I'm not even doing it.
Oh, come on.
No.
Come on. We've all been students once. We've all cleaned our bed sheets that look like that.
Oh, dude.
It's 2 years already. It must be time to wash the bedding.
Yeah, get darker bed sheets then. Just save yourself the embarrassment, right?
The great thing about the Turing Shroud is, thank God it was that way up. Can you imagine if he was lying face down? He'd just be like a print of Jesus' bum.
Yeah. Yeah. Too bad it wasn't a little lower. We could have told if he was well endowed or not, right?
You know what? We should
what Mary was getting.
We should do Turin Shroud bed duvet covers in the Shills merch store.
Oh my God.
Turin Shroud pajamas. You got the print.
That'd be funny. That'd be funny. I mean, I'm going to put up a lightning rod before we do it, just to be safe. But
yeah.
Well,
may the hand of God strike down this channel.
Yeah. Well, somebody's been doing it. I mean, oh man, I don't think I'm the healthiest guy today.
What do you mean today?
Well, I'm feeling it more today. That's probably more accurate. Yeah. Oh God. I think I'm going to have a nice long date with the couch after. Not JD Vance style. I'll be facing this feeling.
You beat me to it. You beat me to
it. But I heard you breathing in, and I was like, I got to fix this one.
Bit of self-preservation there.
Yeah.
No, you just know me too well.
Yeah. What would you say was your when it comes to a somewhat modern movie, like nothing too old? What's been your biggest disappointment that you've watched? Like you've been excited for something and then gone, oh, for God's sakes, that was terrible.
Apart from the film you recommended the other day, you know what? I haven't been excited. You know what? I haven't been disappointed.
Nothing's been making your little pee waggle.
No. I mean, I think maybe the most recent thing was June, but it didn't get me excited enough to go and see it at the cinema. I waited till it just fucking came out on DVD or whatever, So I wasn't that excited. But no, there's I haven't been excited about stuff because it's just the way it's the way of the world now. It's just like everyone's just like turning out shit all the time. I mean, obviously, I didn't get excited about the Star Wars. I mean, did I see this last one? I did. Yeah, I did see the last one. But yeah, just nothing. The only thing that I was excited about, and it did turn out up to my expectations. And I know you weren't a big fan on it. Was Andor, the series Andor.
Oh, yeah, okay. I still haven't watched that.
Yeah. Well, I think you tried watching it and you just went, fell asleep.
No, I knew
whatever.
halfway through the first episode, I was like, this seems like it's really good, but I'm totally not in the mood for it right now. It's not working, and I'm gonna wait until like I feel it working.
Yeah.
You know,
it's not fitting in.
I
Yeah,
didn't want to ruin it, right? You know,
Yeah. And but I wasn't sorely disappointed by it, which is what your question was, is whether you've been excited about something and been disappointed. I know. Top Gun Maverick. Now, everybody talked about how great Top Gun Maverick was going to be. Oh, how could you top Top Gun? And basically what they did is remade Top Gun.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I just no, it was dire. Couldn't even bloody watch. Even skipping through it, I couldn't watch it.
Yeah.
I think I must have watched it on the Plex. Like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Somebody else, Commander Prankster had Maverick as well. And PJ CNET and a couple in the chat as well have been on the new Joker movie. Yeah, I'm not hearing good stuff about that. And for me, that comes on the heels of the Batman movie that I watched, but I can't even remember it right now. It just kind of went right through me. It was just, oh, that guy. It's
like
just,
shit through a goose.
Yeah, exactly. Right. You know, at this point, the studios that have the cash to make the bigger movies are so scared of having a bomb that movies are not as good as they used to be anymore as a whole. I think, weaker story because, well, if you don't really bother telling a story, then nobody can say it was a shitty one, that kind of attitude. I don't know. I'm so sick of a movie being driven by all the action scenes and all these directors trying to outdo each other with even more unrealistic, exaggerated crap. At this point, it's just yawn.
Oh yeah, but the funny thing is about that is the director doesn't normally actually get to direct that stuff. There's a company called The Third Floor, right, which I have worked for.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot. Yeah.
They do pre-visualization for the movies. So basically, they look at the script, they make the movie using just like 3D and 3D figures and stuff like that. They just basically make the movie in an animatic format, and then they give that to the director, and then the director just converts that into live action or CG or whatever. He just fills in the gaps, and because it's The Third Floor who are primarily doing this. It's the same people coming up with all the fucking action shots, action sequences.
Right.
So that's why they all look the fucking same, because it's the same people doing it. Yeah. With barely any input from the director because he doesn't fucking know.
Yeah. Or you get this stupid crap. This is getting more and more out of hand. Within the first 10 minutes of a movie, the lead character is in severe peril, and it's like, oh my gosh, I could die. But you're not going to, because you're the lead character. And as such, the only emotional pull I have into this moment is, well, none, because the only thing I'm doing is waiting to see what clever trick you use to get out of it. Like it's just, or you get.
Well, to be fair, that's what they did. I mean, that's how they started Raiders of the Lost Ark off. But it worked. It worked in that. It's just like, when everybody starts doing it.
With Raiders, you don't know for sure it's a death situation. Like, it's a 1 in a million you're going to live. The whole upping each other has led it to the point of insanity now.
Oh yeah.
Right? Or you get this thing where, oh no, the helicopter's broken. I'm trying to rescue you, and now I need to be rescued. Okay, I rescue you. Oh no, now something else has gone wrong. And while we try to fix that, something else goes, Jesus Christ, enough. Seriously?
It kind of reminds me of the old movie serials used to get from the 1930s. like Rocket Man or something.
Yeah.
And he crashes, and the last shot is he crashes into the ground, explodes, and then the next episode starts up, and it's like he just bounces around, and he's like, "Phew, that was close."
Yeah.
Ow, what?
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah. Totally.
Mm.
You know what I used to really like when I was younger was Ellery Queen's Mystery Magazine. Anybody here remember that? You remember that?
Such a mystery. I never saw it.
Yeah, it was really good. It was like 60s into the 70s and whatnot. And it was like a collection of stories. It was a really good book. It was cool. Yeah. Yeah, cliffhanger principle, exactly.
Yeah, I didn't read back then when I was a kid. I just had to look at the pictures. That was it for me.
So you were one of those guys that never read the interviews with the sports people in Playboy.
No.
You just looked at the pictures.
Yeah, I was always looking at the pictures, saying, "When is this plot going to get going?" Because all I can see is tit, nipple. This story's not developing. I don't see a character arc going on.
Yeah, and nobody's stepping up to the controls here. What's going on?
Yeah, this naked lady's draping herself over this nice fast car. When is she going to get in it and drive off and do something?
Exactly, right?
Oh no, that's a clunge. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, was I weird because I was the only one that did take porn mags, and then there's just like Tipex in speech bubbles.
You turn them into comics.
Yeah. Left nipple's talking to right nipple.
Shall we go south and get lost in the forest?
Oh, it's cold out here, isn't it?
Oh man, to be kids. Let me just double check everything here. It looks good. Okay.
Oh, just in case anyone was thinking what I just said there isn't true. I just made that up. I didn't do that. That would be strange.
Yeah. Northern Chimp in the chat there says, ever see a movie where a marriage happened but nobody fell into the swimming pool? Yeah, that happens a lot.
But we didn't have a swimming pool at our wedding. I mean, I don't know what kind of weddings you go to. There's like fucking swimming pools everywhere.
Well, a lot of swimming pools out west. I saw a thing on YouTube yesterday. It was Judd Reinhold, actor dude there, and he was talking about what's his name that played Spicoli in Fast Times at Ridgemount High. God damn it, what's that fucking guy's name? He's gone on to be a very big actor, but whatever. I'm sure somebody will know. Asimov science fiction too. Totally, Joe. Sean Penn. Thanks, KK. Yeah, Sean Penn plays Spicoli. And during the filming of Fast Times at Ridgemount High, everybody had to call him Jeff Spicoli, and he stayed in character the entire filming. And when the last scene that was filmed was the restaurant scene where the three guys walk in and take their shirts off when they walk in the restaurant and sit down, and they have like just change and stuff, And as soon as the shot was wrapped and it was done, Sean Penn fell out of the Spicoli character just like that and started talking like himself. And Judge Reinhold was like, holy shit. Because he figured that he was really just some like one stick comedic actor that just did the surf guy or something. He had no clue that this guy wasn't really like that or something. It was, it was one of those extreme moments. And Sean wasn't even that old at the time, But yeah, he did the whole thing. Like you couldn't talk to him without referring to him as Jeff Spicoli and the whole bit. That's odd, I guess that's
Sean
what
Penn,
the method,
Sean Penn's been in some great stuff. He did a great movie with who was it? Robert De Niro. Was it Robert De Niro? Where they play like two criminals on the run, and they get into some town when they pretend to be priests.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called, but it's a really cool film.
Yeah, and Sean Penn was awesome.
Something angels,
yeah, I don't remember either now. We got Petra Olsen in with the super chat. We got 129 Swedish kroner there with love to Ukraine. Well, thank you so much, Petra, and into the fund it goes. Thank you very much. I need to wet my whistle. Hold on a sec.
Ugh. Not on camera, please. He's gonna dunk his Arnold Palmer into a cup of water. Feed that.
If you take care of your Arnold Palmer, it takes care of you.
Yeah, that's what Trump says.
Oh, I thought that was Jack Nicklaus. I still don't understand how Trump can go on some rampage about Arnold Palmer's manhood. Jesus Christ.
Because Jack Nicklaus wasn't there to do it.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Arnold Palmer's penis?
Maybe they called Jack Nicklaus the Golden Bear because he was hung like one. I mean, maybe that's, it's just all about penises in golf. I don't know. Never got into golf very much.
No, not surprised with all these naked men running around. Hey guys, do you want to join our golf club? Ooh, look at my schlong. I think I'll join a different club. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Penn did that whole documentary with Zelensky and Ukraine and whatnot. That was really good. We have that in our Plex server. I have a whole bunch of stuff like that.
The thing about Zelensky is I'm glad he's keeping up his comedy career after becoming president, because he sure made Russia look like a fucking joke.
Oh man. Yeah. I've heard a few people, Republicans who are against funding Ukraine say, well, I mean, their president was a comedian, for God's sakes. Ronald Reagan was an actor. Schwarzenegger. I mean, what?
No, hang on. Ronald Reagan starred with a chimpanzee.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And the chimpanzee got more of the script right.
Yeah. I mean, Ronald Reagan wasn't even like a big actor. He was just an average actor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't working out for him. I think I'll go into politics.
Yeah.
I have to learn less lines.
Still, one of the funniest lines ever is what's his name? Doc Brown there. Ronald Reagan, the actor? It's just he's just like that can't be right,
That is funny.
Yeah, totally.
I saw a clip of it come up the other day, and we were talking about Back to the Future. And it's just the way that Michael J. Fox, when the car rolls out and he goes, "You made a time machine
out of a DeLorean."
It's just the way he delivers that line. It's got so much going on in it. He just there's a little breakup as he's saying the words, because he can't he can't believe he's actually saying the words itself. It's such a brilliant delivery. It's fantastic.
Yeah. It's really
Michael J. Fox, God bless you.
It's even more brilliant when you think that while he was filming Back to the Future, he was also doing Family Ties and literally sleeping 4 or 5 hours a day.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
I think just being that exhausted just brought out just something else.
Yeah.
Oh, what a talent that man was.
What's really funny is John DeLorean, the man who made the DeLorean, got busted for the whole cocaine thing. He did get off because that's where the word entrapment comes from, right? The police set him up. But that movie came out 2 years too late, because had that movie came out when the DeLorean was still on the market trying to be sold and trying to make the company successful, they probably would have sold more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why they managed to get DeLoreans. Because there was other cars up for the part as well, weren't there? There was lots of other people who were trying to enforce. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not doing that joke. But they were trying to enforce their cars onto the show, and they just wouldn't have it. They want a DeLorean. Got the Ford Motor Company. I can't remember. The details now, but there were loads of people saying, "No, we want you to be a."
Car companies are huge for movies ever since the whole Aston Bond connection, right? I think that's where it starts,
Mm.
But man. Like in modern movies, it's so bad. The car pulls in, you get a beautiful shot of the front grille and the name of the company and everything, or the logo, and then they pan to the side so you can see the silhouette, the lines of the car going down the side, and then the car door opens and the person gets out and the scene actually starts. And it's bad, man. Oh yeah, you could. When I'm watching, I'm just like, oh, there's the advertisement. All right, there we go. Oh.
I mean, it wasn't even going to be a car to start with when they started writing the script. I can't remember what it was. I think it was something stupid like a phone box.
Yeah,
and it's like, well, who's going to believe a phone box being a time machine?
Yeah.
But Doctor Who been doing that since the 60s. So
yeah.
And then Bill and Ted had the time machine that was a phone box. So phone boxes seem to be like the regular time machine vehicle of choice.
Yeah. And then the whole thing, I know I've mentioned this before, but 88 miles per hour. Why did it have to be that? Back in those days, the Americans did this stupid thing where your speedometer topped out at 80 mile an hour. And the DeLorean itself is lucky to get to 80 miles an hour with that PRV, I think it is, engine, that Peugeot, Renault, Volvo garbage hump that's in it. And why didn't they just make it like 60? Why did they do that? Because they had to like rip the car apart and put a new speedometer dial in there and everything. Like, why bother? Yeah.
The other funny thing is obviously they weren't thinking ahead, because when they got to Back to the Future 3, they had to get the steam engine. And
Exactly.
How are we going to get this to 88? Why can we do 66?
I know, exactly. He had to make that special. It was like those fire logs you buy.
Yeah. But it doesn't. From an engineering point of view, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. You can't make steam more steamy or hotter.
Yeah, exactly.
Steam is steam.
I know. I actually explained that to my neighbor recently. I was like, when you're cooking pasta, you don't have to keep the burner on high, because you're just like, you can only put so much. It's boiling. It's as hot as it gets.
Already boiling.
Yeah, all you do is create more steam and make your water disappear quicker. So I roll my stove down to 6. Once the water's boiling, put the pasta in, it cooks in the same amount of time, and my electric bill goes down. Right?
Yeah. But also boiling, it's like food. Sorry, we've slipped into a culinary show now. But boiling food isn't always actually very good for it, because because it agitates it. And so basically you got your food sitting in the pan and it's knocking around and bashing into each other. So you're boiling potatoes, and the potatoes, they go like bang, bang, bang. And so they just start to fall apart. No, what you need to just bring it to the boil, just take it back, blanch them slow.
That's right. Yeah. So much better, Yeah. It doesn't do weird things to proteins and enzymes as much then, right? Because there's not so much of that,
Yeah, that's always what I'm thinking about when I'm cooking, is the proteins and enzymes.
Well, but that shit matters, right?
Quantum state.
Like when you freeze dry food and whatnot or whatever, it changes it some, right? All of this energy removal and introduction and stuff, it changes it, Get yourself a nice fresh steak, cook it up, and then next couple days later, get yourself one of those frozen ones and cook it up. You'll see the difference.
Mm.
Oh yeah. Well, that's one thing you got to say about French people, like in France.
As opposed to which ones?
Canadians in Quebec. I have to make that distinction, right? I do.
Yeah, but they're not French.
Well, they say they are, but they speak a different language unto their own.
They're not French. They're not French.
But in France,
it's like Italian Americans. They're not Italians. They're Americans.
Yeah. But oh no, but it's you have no idea the can of worms you just opened for,
Yeah. I'm gonna shut up because I'm derailing your point.
But in France, people are more likely to go and get fresh foods and bring it home to cook it and shop more, buy less, but shop more than we are over here, where we just buy things and stock our freezers and stuff, right? I kind of like that approach better. It's actually what I do. My son and we go shopping like 4 times a week because I just, I want it fresh.
There's this odd thing in America, and it must be just due to the fact that, just America is just so large and transporting fresh stuff around is a lot harder. I mean, because in Britain, you can go down the shops and just get fresh vegetables or whatever. But the fresh stuff in America, from what I've heard, I have not been to America, but it's very rare to find like fresh fruit and vegetables in a store, and if they are, they're fucking expensive.
Well, a little bit more, because there's more trucking and shipping and everything. But the other thing that happens a lot in North America is things like fruit and veggies and stuff are picked a little bit early and left to ripen and transit and whatnot, and that's just not as good as garden, right? Done. But what are you going to do, right? I don't. I think we all screwed up as it pertains to like food. 10 years ago, whatever it was, up in Canada here, our beloved Tim Hortons donut and coffee shop went from having a bakery in each store to make fresh donuts and stuff to this thing where they have like bakeries in regions, and they send out half-cooked things and they just proof them or finish them. Finish. And everything just went downhill. Like we have these things called Timbits. They're little round donut pieces, and they're supposed to be the missing hole. Right. But they used to go stale in like 3 hours if you left them out on a counter because, well, they're just balls of bread and cake and stuff. That's what happens. But the ones you get from them now, they don't go stale for like 36 hours, even if you leave them out to the elements, just in a bowl on a table. It's ridiculous. They ruin the whole thing.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what kind of wicked chemistry has got involved here to allow that to happen.
Yeah, and all of that is the wrong thing to do. Instead of these massive food production, big chicken farm buildings and all that, we need to go back to my chickens are grown like 30 kilometers from, or raised like 30 kilometers from me. And there's, all local would be so much better. I know that's a little bit hard for like, let's say Manhattan, you know what I mean? But, you
got fresh deer roaming around your place. So, delicious.
Yeah. I could go out and kill Bambi right now if I wanted to. There's probably 2 in my backyard, Actually, not today with those fucking backhoes going.
when I was at university, I was at Reading University, and one of the big departments they had there was food technology, and it's like Area 51. What kind of spooky science is going on in there when they're talking about food technology? Why does food have to have a /technology on the end of it? It's food. Before it to become technology, it's almost like AI. We got AI tomatoes.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean? What is the technology part of the food thing? What are you doing to our food?
I know
to make it. Yeah. What you put in silicon chips in them or something?
Yeah. Well, there's There's a
tomato got a tracking device on it.
There's a YouTube, AirTag built in, grown in.
Subscription service.
Yeah. Subscription tomatoes. Oh dear God. But I was watching some guy, I can't remember his name. He used to be a YouTuber that did something else. And then one day he just, because he was bored, filmed himself cooking in his kitchen. And that took off like wildfire. So now he's a food YouTuber, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he had a couple of people talking about all these modern preservation methods and how it's based on harsh chemistry and stuff, but it's not truly chemicals. It's more, and it was all of this corporate speak to make it sound fine. And in the end, I was just like, you sell out. You got paid a lot for that. Fuck you. And I put them on do not recommend. No way. Yeah, it was total bullshit.
But then we have like this chef over here in the UK, Heston Blumenthal. I don't know if you ever heard of him over there.
Know the name? I've heard it.
Yeah. But he takes food and he goes down to the technical level. And he's always like cooks. He's the guy who became famous for coming up with like garlic ice cream. Okay, fair enough. Whatever. But apparently it's very, very good. I'm not fucking touching it for it. No, thank you. I'll have a rum and raisin. Thank you very much. But he's got like shows on he like cooks to the real height of technical level. And I think one of the most interesting ones he did was working on airline food. The food they'll serve on an airplanes, because what happens to food when you're on a high altitude flight is you lose the flavor and the seasoning. It's all gone. So you have to push it.
Yeah.
You have to go a little bit harder on that. So he was working on, and it goes back to the whole thing about food technology and stuff like that. There's the stuff that has to go into food to make it delicious.
Yeah.
And we're forcing it,
I notice for me, the more I get older, the more I end up wanting to do things from scratch and I just want more natural ingredients. I used to be somebody who would whip up one of those cheese sauce packets to put on broccoli or something or whatever. No, I make it proper now. It's just the list of ingredients is so big. I just can't stomach it. Right? This shit's starting to drive me crazy.
I like cooking fresh for as much as I can. But one of the interesting things I found is when I'm cooking Chinese food. Oh my God, I cooked some fried rice the other day. Absolutely fucking amazing.
I'm starting to think you live on the food from the Orient. That's your thing now, right?
No, I would have. I could, Japanese and Chinese food.
Oh, it's so good. I know. Thai too.
But one of the things I use an ingredient when I'm cooking Chinese food more than the Japanese food is MSG.
Really?
Yeah, and you know what? You hear the thing. Oh, it's dangerous. Oh, it's not good. No, it's just like fucking salt. It's
not
no
really
different.
Though. It a little different.
Where?
Well, it's like saying aspartame is like sugar, except aspartame has cancer links and stuff, and sugar is just sugar.
Yeah, but there are no links to MSG and cancer.
I've heard multiple studies. Hold on. Don't know if they're peer reviewed, but people talk trash about MSG for years, man. Like up here in Canada, no MSG back in the late 80s and 90s was the thing you'd see on Oriental restaurants because we didn't want it anymore, right?
Yeah, no, it works great. It's lovely, and if I get cancer, fine. I'm smoking anyway, so what the difference? No, but the thing is, but you're right though. MSG, it's cancer. But how many times you've heard, coffee gives you cancer. Windmills give you cancer. Looking at porn gives you cancer. Everything gives you cancer, and they throw this shit out so somewhere it's going to stick because someone's going to get cancer and they go, see, I told you.
Well, it's like every 6 months there's a new study. It turns out a glass of alcohol a day is good for you. Oh, turns out maybe not. Oh, turns out yes. Turns out shut the fuck up.
Exactly, the flip flopping on this.
Yeah,
and because we did it. We never actually got around to. I never got around to bringing it up, but the last 42 show we did. We had those 2 stories from scientists, air quotes. Who the fuck are these scientists that are always like just doing weird studies? It's like, what? Where's the real scientists? Oh yeah, well, no, we're the scientists who decide that drinking wine gives you cancer, and the other and his mate down the road says drinking wine is good for you. And so okay, so it nullifies each other out, isn't it? So fine science. We haven't learned anything.
Yeah.
It just some people are pushing one agenda, and some people. It's like saying AR-15s give you cancer, and then and the NRA say, oh no, AR-15s don't give you cancer.
It gives you testosterone.
yeah. Just different people just pushing different agendas for some fucking reason. And why we listen to
it's not always the scientists that are pushing the agenda. It's the person who globbed on to the research paper and put it in the news often that's got the agenda, right?
Yeah. I've even heard this ridiculous claim that cigarettes give you cancer. Yeah. Stupid.
Cigarettes not give me anything but an emptier wallet, so I'm not sure I believe it.
They can't possibly give you cancer because they used to smoke them in the hospitals. I've seen movies from the 50s.
My mother was prescribed smoking because she was like an anxious kind of person, right? Yeah. Hypertension or whatever.
This will calm you down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Turns out it's a stimulant, but that's another story entirely, right?
There's coffee. Yeah, and wine. Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So everything's a stimulant, and all these stimulants give you cancer. What are we supposed to be? Just like fucking zombies. Well, not have any stimulants whatsoever. Yeah. I
think what it means is the world should embrace heroin more. Right? We need.
or at least weed, because it's hardly a stimulant, is it? Weed. It just like knocks you for sex and makes you sleepy and a little bit eaty, but
Oh, you don't really get the eaty thing if you're like a longtime weed smoker. That's only for the new people. The whole munchies, that only happens for like the first little while, and then not so
students.
Much. Yeah, college kids.
So everybody do what you like. A little bit of anything in moderation is perfectly fine. Except maybe heroin. I'm not. I can't
crystal
really
meth.
For that.
Yeah, crystal meth. There's no such thing as moderation. Just don't do it.
You see the little packets of crystal meth, and it says, just in moderation only.
Yeah. Only on a Tuesday.
When you start taking it every day's a fucking Tuesday.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Cannabis does raise your blood pressure. Okay. Never knew that. I never get told that I got high blood pressure when I get checked. And I always like literally smoke a joint when I'm on the way to a hospital appointment.
You don't have any blood pressure because you've got no fucking heart. Yeah, you can't have blood pressure.
No, I have an alcohol pressure, and because I drink beer, it's all bubbly, so there's pressure, right?
You're just like a fucking vampire zombie. It's just like the blood just sits there, just like swirling around. The only reason blood moves through your veins is because you move about a little bit.
Yeah, whenever I fall down the stairs, I get a full circulation event, right? Actually, the last time I had to follow with stairs, I fell up the stairs. You ever do that where you trip going up the stairs? I almost think that's worse because you come down on your knees and stuff on the stair. Yeah, it sucks. It's terrible. Yeah.
Gravitational anomaly as well.
Yeah, exactly. Somewhere in the world, Geordie LaForge is responsible. I fucking know it.
I'm drunk and I fell up the stairs. Explain that one, science.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no scientist doing studies on that. Come on, get on it.
Hey, wait a minute.
Stop studying drunk animals and figure out why drunk humans fall upstairs.
Okay, there we go. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And trying to figure out how many other animals land on their feet like cats. Stop dropping rhinos from cranes to see if they land on their feet.
Oh man, can you imagine the flood? Yeah.
Blue whales.
Yeah.
Oh, they haven't got feet. It doesn't matter. It's science. We're gonna spread butter on the top of a blue whale, drop it from a crane to see if it lands butter side down.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Does it ruin your toast?
What happens? What happens if you spread butter on the back of a cat and then drop it? Does it land on its feet or does it land butter side down?
Oh. Does anybody have a cat? Does anybody have a cat?
PJ,
Yeah, we've got to know this. Yeah.
PJ's got cats.
PJ, don't use the three-legged cat because I'm pretty sure that will foul the results.
Yeah, it's got to at least have 4 legs at least.
Yeah. Use a whole cat, not 3/4 of one.
I think PJ was just like hungry one day. Oh, that leg was
Yeah.
nice.
He had some of your fried rice and thought chicken balls.
Hairballs.
Oh.
No, I can't see PJ lobbing his cats around his room, with butter side down or whatever.
That whole thing, they're eating the cats, like Trump. That's
they're eating the kids.
Yeah, but they're eating
the cock.
But
they're eating the pussy.
But cats. I mean, seriously, your average 6'2", 240-pound redneck would need like 8 cats to make a meal. That's like rounding up quail instead of just having a chicken.
Yeah, cats aren't known. Chicken breast. Oh, big fat chicken, get a nice bit of breast on it. Cats aren't known for large breasts.
I've never seen one in a bikini, so it's
Yeah, it just sounded wrong coming out of my mouth just then, but yeah. Like I'm going around looking for cats with big tits.
I was thinking of Betty Rubble in a cat suit. I mean, it's just.
I was thinking of Barney Rubble.
That's funny. You ever notice that Barney Rubble?
Betty Rubble would look hot in a cat suit. Oh yeah.
But you ever notice Barney Rubble is like such a short little dude that he kind of just comes up to her waist. So she probably just
likes it.
Yeah,
honey, we're gonna get your rocks off tonight.
Yeah, she just looks at him and says, "Have a snack, bitch," and puts a beer on his head.
It's back Stone Age. He was probably standing next to her one day. She just lifts her little skirt up, and he goes, "Oh, I've just invented the canoe."
Yeah, there was the whole thing. Betty Rubble was one of the hot cartoon characters. It's hilarious, right? I don't quite get it.
Chris Lundy says, "You haven't seen my cat. He can feed a family of 4. Why is he a chef? Is he a chef cat?
Yeah,
Works at McDonald's."
yeah.
Bonjour, welcome to my table tonight. Tonight I'll be serving Docker Orange.
Oh, that's funny. Catatouille. We'll make a new movie. Worley just put that in the chat too.
Dear.
Oh, it's funny. You know, funny thing, that Ratatouille movie, it's one of my more favorite Pixar movies. My son does not like it.
Why do you like it then?
I don't know why I liked it. Probably just the story, you know. You know, the underdog wins, that kind of whatever, you know, kind of thing. But I think he was like not really. I think he was a little disturbed by the idea that some rodent was on somebody's head and shit, you know.
Yeah, puppeteering him. Oh dear. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
a bit strange.
David Worley in the chat says up there with the Aristocats for me. Oh man, my son and I have watched that movie 50 times at least. Oh yeah. Same with
No, he means the joke of the Aristocats. The Aristocrats joke. Never heard of it? I am not doing the Aristocrats joke on this show.
yeah, Chris Lundy said it. The Rescuers. My son and I love that one too. I think you're wrong. I think he means the Aristocats.
Okay.
Yeah. There's no R in the word. It's Aristocats. That's you know, animated one. Yeah. Oh man, I think I rolled this one a little big. Oh.
What, lengthways or fatness?
Maybe both. You know, speaking of cats, a tune that I've always loved, I still love. I've even got it on vinyl. I got their first record there. The Stray Cats, the Stray Cat Strut.
Yeah.
I love that tune, man. It's got, you know, it's got such awesome guitar and vocal work, and oh yeah. I like that very much. Fritz the Cat. Yeah, I got that in the Plex server there, Martin. Oh yeah.
Oh god, that's an awful film.
Yeah.
It's so bad. It's that is a real student watch.
Yeah.
You know, that's for college kids to watch because you know it's like they're being rude. Ooh, but it's a cartoon. Oh, they're being rude. Oh,
yeah. I put it
in.
That's
the sort of thing like Family Guy and South Park and all these sort of things. They're always like the generation that watched Fritz the Cat. So,
exactly.
Right, okay.
Yeah. And Heavy Metal, the original one and stuff, right? You know?
Yeah. If they're going to do that shit, we'll do it too.
Yeah, totally.
It's not quite to the level like for Fritz the Cat.
Yeah, well, TV, movie, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just need a beer. Hold on.
It does make you wonder how Fritz the Cat even got made because it's like, you know, somebody had to put the money up and someone had to spend time drawing that shit. You know, it is funny how that film, you know, why it even exists.
I wouldn't doubt that Fritz the Cat is the result of some artist, writer person that knew a few musicians that got famous because of a record, and then everybody put some money in, you know, almost like Pink Floyd and those guys coming together to get the Monty Python movie done, right? You know,
well, if I remember rightly, the artist behind Fritz the Cat did do like quite an underground magazine that was, you know, it's a bit like Mad Magazine. So Fritz the Cat didn't just like come out of nowhere. It's been around,
Doesn't
for
it
quite a
come
while.
from the Fabulous Freak Brothers or something? Is that?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny.
David Worley.
Crumb.
What?
Bob Crumb. That was it. Kevin Waldridge got it in the chat. Bob Crumb.
Yeah, David Worley in the chat there says Aristocats now comes with a content warning for being too offensive. You've got to be kidding me.
Oh, it's very racist. Yeah.
Oh, come on. Oh, you know.
It was like 101 Dalmatians. You know, it's just a whitewash. You know, all those white dogs with black dots. Where's all the black dogs with white dots?
Oh.
There's a remake. There's a remake to readdress the balance. 101 Dalmatians with black dogs with white dots. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. That's like the old Star Trek TOS show, the black and white dudes, you know?
Yeah. 50%.
Yeah.
The 50-50 bars.
Okay, what time is it?
I do love that. I do love that kind of sort of like Star Trek. Oh, we're sending a message out. Thunk.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the He-Man. You know, it'd just be like, you know, oh, this big fight, and then He-Man come at the end with some kind of fucking, you know, like you doing, you know, consumer advice.
Yeah. Remember, kids, always look twice before crossing the street. You know.
Yeah, don't fuck with your friend's girlfriend. You know, whatever. He always had something to say. So I had nothing to do with selling the toys you're trying to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, but that was legislated in for a while. Anything that was being marketed at kids had this huge legal thing happen to them after the kids' cartoons and TV shows and stuff in the 60s just got way out of hand with marketing and whatnot, right?
Well, there was some kind of law that you know, you couldn't make a TV show just that marketed behind toys, and they lifted it, and that's why you ended up with He-Man, Turtles, and so many. There are like about 300 toy ranges.
Transformers. I mean,
No, I'm talking about the other ones, the ones you've never heard of.
Oh yeah, there's so many. They
made a TV series, and then there was a toy that no kids wanted because they were pet.
Yeah.
There was a whole slew of them.
Yeah, that was a big deal, man. Everything had to have the supporting marketing, and basically they were trying to George Lucas everything they did, right? Even now, you know, you get some TV show for kids that hits, and it's, you know, you can go to like a dollar store and there'll be a such and such grab bag. You could get stickers, a pencil, blah blah. Seriously, it's just landfill with a character's face on it. You know, it's too much.
I watched on a kids' TV show a long time ago. There's a animatronic programmer for all of these, like, you know, radio controlled characters that drove around the set, this kind of stuff. And the show, it was called Dream Street, and you should try looking for it. You won't find it anywhere. And there was the publicity behind the show, the write-ups, was really funny because it was always, I can't remember the name of the woman, but it's like one of the women child psychologists that was like behind Sesame Street. And he was always like quoting, "Oh yeah, this show was created with some, you know, the blessing and you know, talking. You know, there's this woman." Yeah, never heard. When I was working in the production office, never heard this woman. She was never there. This was. He had a phone call. He had a chat with her. We met her in a pub one day, and he said, and he put it on all the write-ups about the show. We had you know, posters going out. "Oh, hey kids, be streetwise," and you know. We're promoting safety. on kids and all that. Meanwhile, in the show, we have cars driving like fucking mad around the set and, and crashing into things, and doing races and stuff like that. No, there was no fucking safety thing involved in the writers. It never even crossed their minds,
right?
While they were writing the show, but in the publicity about it, it was like, oh, you just like full of shit.
Yeah.
just made it any old shit to make it sound like, oh, they're putting a message across. Oh,
yeah, exactly.
You're just trying to make money and sell merch. Yeah, shut up.
Exactly.
Mm.
What time do we got? Well, it's coming on an hour 50 live, and I didn't get the.
You didn't get here. Where you are today, without.
No,
God. You want to go pee and do pee.
I haven't had a chance to eat since breakfast, right? Because all the crap that happened to me today. So this can't be a long show because, oh man, I need some supper and whatnot.
Yeah. Go to the bins and find some dead pussy.
Yeah.
Munch on.
Jesus Christ. No. But
all right. No. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I do have lots of good options, and I want to make something nice and stuff, and Yeah.
Well, then say good night then.
Yeah. Okay.
Stop drabbling on and just get on with it. We're going to say good night. Okay, I'll say it for you. Everybody, thank you very much for coming tonight. Thank you, because Dick's all his little tummy's rumbling. He's really inside. So we're gonna fuck off. Thanks for coming. Sorry about the lack of the 42 show earlier, but that's all Dick's fault. He explained it earlier, but that doesn't count. He's
it's not really my fault. It was
he's just the fucking weakest link around here, I tell you.
I was the ball on a pinball machine, just going back.
Not hearing your excuses. It's just not good enough. Don't forget, tomorrow is the Saturday Ukraine update. Dick, don't forget to do to actually put the show out. Post it because and we'll be back again on Sunday for a normal pub chat as opposed to this abnormal one. Yeah.
This was supposed to be 42 minutes later, but it's not because there wasn't 42 minutes, but we are later, and
it was technically it was like 42 minutes later, but later than the thing that it should have been, but it didn't happen.
Yeah. It's such a screw up. We should have just called it, today's a fuck up, so come and hear about it.
Dick's a fuck up, and
that wasn't me. That's not, I didn't.
Excuses.
If Toyota could make fucking.
I tell you, if I was Elon Musk, I'd be taking your name down to human resources right now.
If you were Elon Musk, you'd say even more dumb shit.
No.
Okay, so big thanks to the team. We got Annette, Shayna, PJ CNET, and Chris Lundy. Thanks, guys.
Don't forget to share us out. Hit the thumbs up, like us, come back into the comments. Because not enough people do that. Come into the comments later and just leave something, because that does actually help the algorithm. It almost YouTube might actually think you like us if you leave comments, and or maybe you don't. Maybe you hate us, and then you should be hate posting. But at least leave a comment. Just do whatever.
Yeah, even if you're telling us off. I just noticed I forgot Super Chat Matt as well. So got to get the whole team in. So cool, buddy. If you come home and you find backhoes in your backyard tearing shit up, don't let yourself get as pissed off as I did today, because it ruins your mood for a minute.
Don't go live on a mic.
Holy man, swear to God. Oh, it wasn't long ago. I had a guy with a jackhammer going, and then for like 6 months, I had them doing the road and the roundabout and everything. Like, I am so sick of fucking machinery. I swear to God, I'm just get the fuck out of my life.
I don't think it's your local governing people who are doing all this roadworks. I think it's other people who hate our channel, and they're just trying to destroy us from the outside.
Oh yeah, probably some flat earther we picked on 3 years ago.
Yeah, I can name a few names.
He's naming names.
I'm writing a list.
Okay. So thanks for joining us, everybody. Thanks for the super chats and stuff and whatnot, and support and subscribing and liking, because you should be doing that too. And
and stroking. I know it's not a feature yet on YouTube, but it should be. Yeah, give us a little stroke.
Yeah, that's right. And never let your mother find your special sock.
Well, it's your dad's sock. That's even worse. It's been handed down through generations. Anyway, let's get out of this.
It's fiberglass now.